Vortex, I'm trying to find you this passage in Ecclesiastes that I read yesterday. I couldn't stop crying about it because it just moved me. You see, this is my copy of this Bible. I don't know if you remember my other copy of NIV. Yafashat. I don't even think I'm saying your YouTube name right. I'm sorry. Just tell me your real name and I'll call you that. He was so shocked that I spent almost $100 on this leather-bound restoration Bible. I've spent at least 50 grand on all these other addictions. Like, I used to smoke 2 packs a day. I smoked 2 packs a day for like 10 years. I was also a raging alcoholic that spent an inexorbitant amount of money on booze. Not only did I spend money on it, I stole booze. I used to go to liquor stores and lift from liquor stores. That was actually the last place that I shoplifted from because I got kicked out of it. They escorted me out. It was the most humiliating day of my life. I can't even tell you how many bags and bags and bags of marijuana I've bought. That's probably considerably more money than the previous 2 addictions. And like I said, that's on and off pot smoker for like 20 years. So that's a lot of money that I've spent on drugs and alcohol. And I think about all the money that I've blown on stupid bullshit that didn't make me happy, you know, like clothes and shoes and jewelry and makeup and, you know, just stuff that I bought impulsively. Compulsively and impulsively. It's really bad to be compulsive and impulsive at the same time, okay? But we can do anything. We're a dreamer, okay? And I think about that. I think about all this money that I've wasted on shit like that. So spending almost $100 on a Bible, that really doesn't seem crazy, especially when my first 3 copies of it were free, including this one that I got in like the free bin at McKay's. McKay's is a used bookstore in Nashville. But yeah, this Bible is in 3 pieces because I read it that much. My NIV version's in like 5 pieces. Okay, we're gonna find Ecclesiastes. The restoration version's so much longer. I'm so excited because Ecclesiastes is probably like my favorite part of the Old Testament. After the Psalms, of course. I would say if I were to name off my favorite parts of the Old Testament so far, it would probably be the Psalms, Ecclesiastes, Proverbs, Job, and Isaiah. But I still haven't read all of it, so, you know, that's not accurate yet. Do you guys hear that? It's just nothing but heathens on the stage. It's okay. I mean, you have to love these people because they're still, you know, they're still listening to you and supporting you. I mean, people find me really funny even though they don't agree with me, you know. I know that I have a lot of talent if I'm able to make people listen to me that don't agree with me. Where is Ecclesiastes? Oh my god. I should know this by now, but see, I'm so crazy that I would think that like, oh, somebody got a hold of my Bible and they took out one of my favorite parts of it just to fuck with me. I think it's around Job. It's got to be before Job. I don't know, man. Why don't you look in the beginning? Because it will tell you in order. It's before the Song of Solomon, so it's after Proverbs. Okay. Maybe there's another part of the Bible that I'm missing then.
That's crazy. Maybe somebody did fuck with you. No, it's right here. It's right here. Okay. Hold on one second, you guys. We're gonna find it. Oh, I love that. There is nothing better for a man than that he should eat and drink, and that he should make his soul enjoy good in his labor. This also I saw, that it was from the hand of God. For who can eat, or who else can hasten hereunto more than I? For God giveth to a man that is good in his sight wisdom, and knowledge and joy, but to the sinner he giveth travail, to gather and to heap up, that he may give to him that is good before God. This also is vanity and vexation of spirit. That actually wasn't the passage I was going to read, but it's confusing. And now, I think that I'm going to have to compare and contrast these Bibles. It's a good little project anyway. That'll be fun for me, because this is kind of shit we do now. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. So true. So true. God, this is so true. This is why Ecclesiastes is my favorite, because one of my favorites. I shouldn't say my favorite. It's so hard. It's so hard to pick one. They're just so good. But it's just, this is literally the answer to all of my problems. It's insane. And I gave my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this also is vexation of spirit. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. I mean, yeah. That's why, I'm in a place of peace. Everybody else is freaking out, and I mean, I'm totally fine with everything that's happening, because I've always known that this world's horrible, and the scripture just confirms everything that I've always thought, felt, perceived, my entire life experience. And I've had it pretty good, I was really blessed, I think about all these kids that don't get adopted, or these kids that get adopted after, a prolonged period of time, my brother's pretty fucked up. He can't admit it, but he is. I mean, he was in foster care a lot longer than I was. I was in foster care the first week of my life, and whatever I saw in there was enough to, inspire a surge of adrenachrome. So, that's why I'm so messed up. And I didn't even know this up until 6 months ago. My mother told me, yeah, you were in foster care the first week of your life. That explains everything. The more you know. But it's you have to ask questions. If you want answers, you have to ask questions. People don't ask questions, and they just do whatever they're told. And then they wonder why they're so miserable, doing whatever they're told. And what they're told is complete crap. But anyway, I'm going to go hang out with my comic friends. I do have comic friends. And anybody who wants to judge me for hanging out with sinners, that's kind of what Yeshua did. That's what he did. He told us to love our enemy. He dined with heathens. He dined with the tax collectors. Yeah, tax collectors. It's so funny that, Democrats think that they're good. Oh my God, that's why Jesus, would have spent more time with you than he would have spent with the conservatives. So, it's I have to do whatever I can to, try to save these people. Maybe in the last moment of their life, they'll remember one of my sets.
and maybe they'll seek God at the last minute. I don't know. But God doesn't like it when he has to punish people. He doesn't want people to burn in hell. He wants heaven to be as big as it possibly can be. But luckily, you know, you've got me. You've got me to explain it. Nicholas Fuentes, a lot of people think he's a Nazi. I will defend that kid to the ends of the earth. He's got a heart of gold, and he cares. He cares so much. I've never seen a kid so passionate. He puts the whole Republican Party to shame. Anyway, they'll always hate on you if you have a heart of gold, because their heart is made of coal.